Hey Forge members, today we're going to be doing a bit of a different video. I want to talk about something that I don't think I cared enough about as a student, and I don't think enough students care about right now, and that thing is company and culture fit. Now, when you're getting your first job, it's really easy to tunnel vision in and be like, okay, I just want a tech job so I get some experience under my belt, and I want to get paid, and I want to pay off my student loans. And it's very easy to sort of get trapped in this mindset of, as soon as I get a single job, I'm just going to accept it no matter what the company is, no matter how good it is to work at that company or what their culture is like. Now, culture is extremely important, and it's a two-way road. Not only is it important for companies to assess whether or not you would fit with their culture, but it's also important for you to assess whether or not a company fits your lifestyle and what you are looking for from an experience and a job. An interesting thing that I noticed was that the higher up the company was, or the better it was to work at, the more they cared about an applicant's culture fit. And it really is a self-fulfilling prophecy. A company that creates a great company and atmosphere and culture is one that invests in their employees and gives them opportunity to grow and become great developers. A lot of lower tier companies, the problem that they face is they're always trying to get the top tech talent, but they're not willing to actually facilitate it. They look more for technical skills. They want specific languages and specific frameworks so that if an employee comes in, they can jump straight into action. But a great tech company is one that realizes that their employees are people, and they're not just, code monkeys that are sitting there and they know only a specific set of languages. Companies at the highest level look for culture fit because culture fit means they are able to adapt in new situations, that you're growable, you're learnable, you can adapt and you can grow as an employee and become great tech talent, and you have the potential to achieve those goals and those metrics that they'll set out for you. Now, the higher up the spectrum you go, the more companies care about your culture, and I'm going to show you how you can not only understand a company's culture when you're applying to them so that you have a better chance of getting in, but also you need to understand that it's a two-way street. You're not only there to fulfill their company culture requirements, but you want them to fulfill your lifestyle and your culture requirements as well. I know a lot of people that intern at the same time as me at different companies, and they hated their life because the companies that they were working at didn't mesh with their personalities and didn't mesh with their lifestyle. Now, the biggest tool for assessing whether or not a company is going to be one that you want to work with, and how to find not only what they're looking for, but how you can sort of fit in with their culture better, is Glassdoor. Now, if you go to Glassdoor, you can click on company reviews and you can type in whatever company that you have an interview for or that you're trying to work at. So as an example, let's just use a company like Google. As you can see, there are a ton of reviews for Google, and not all of them are going to be in the specific industry, for example, software engineering, that we're looking for. So what we can do is we can click on Google, we can on Glassdoor sort by the actual office that we want to work at, and we can sort these company reviews by actual roles. So Glassdoor is always going to ask you to sign in, or if you want to see really cool statistics. So there's a really cool website called BugMeNot, and you can get free Glassdoor logins. So I'm using this one, bob@mailinator.com, Glassdoor 2018, and it's just an account that's fulfilled all the requirements so that you can see exactly what you're trying to find, and it doesn't have any paywall around it. So you can see here we can now sort by title, and you can get a really good idea just reading the reviews what it's like to actually work at one of these companies. For example, all the necessities working here were provided. The people who designed the infrastructure seriously have productivity in mind, so it's a really productive way to work. They love the little snack bars, the pay is great. All these little things, all these little semantic things that you wouldn't think about as a student on the outside, but matter to you a lot once you get into a company, are very important to look at. Another great way is to look at the company's YouTube page. Usually a lot of the bigger to medium-sized companies will have a YouTube channel where they post things about what it's like to work at their company and all that good stuff. Now, from these YouTube channels, not only can you see what employees say about working there, but you can also find their more stock videos on what they look for in employees and what it's like to actually work there, what the culture is like, and why you should work there. So you can get a pretty good idea of what it's like to work here and what they look for you're in an actual employee in terms of culture fit by looking at one of these videos. And when I was going to intern for Intuit, I got really hyped up from one of their videos that a recruiter sent me of what it was like to work there, and they lived up to their expectations, and I was just really happy about that. So it gave me a really great idea of what it was like to work there. And you can also find some maybe not so promising videos, if you know what I mean. So for example, one of my favorite ones was when I had an interview for Amazon and I googled what it was like to work at Amazon. I came across their Inside Amazon videos channel, and a lot of people here don't really agree with what Amazon has to say about working there. So this can also give you some insights on what company culture is really like at a job. So just doing basic research like this is pretty helpful. Now, I saved the best tip for last, and this tip is something that recruiters have told me when they see candidates not following this advice, they often see it as a red flag. So if you are a candidate and you are doing an interview with an interviewer and they say at the end of the interview, do you have any questions for me about the company, about my journey, about the culture, about anything, and you say you don't have any questions for them, that is a huge red flag, because that is your opportunity to get an understanding of what the company culture is like and whether or not the company is right for you. It shows the recruiter that not only are you willing to review your options for something that is right for you, but you actually care about things like culture, and you care about things that aren't just related to the random technical interviews. The questions you ask recruiters are very crucial for them understanding who you are as a person and what you value. If they ask if you have any questions and you say, well, what tech stack do you use, or how much do you pay, it gives them a really good idea of what you're actually looking for. Are you only interested in the job for the pay? Are you only comfortable with a certain tech stack? Or are you asking questions like, what is it like to work there? Or what are some of the benefits? Or what do a lot of your employees like working at this company? And what is the room for growth? Or how flexible is it if I want to try out different roles? That is pretty much a direct insight, not only for you to understand a lot more about the company and assess whether or not it's the right place to work, but it's also a direct insight for the company and the employers and the recruiters to understand who you are as a person. And like I said, top companies care a lot about who you are as a person, so don't let that opportunity go to waste. A lot of recruiters tell me that so many students get in there, and when they're asked if they have any questions, they have nothing, and they have some really, cookie cutter, stock defined question that they read online. It's good to ask employers. Don't be like that. Take genuine interest in the company you're trying to work for and the company you're interviewing for, and really be auditing them as much as they are auditing you. And don't take any opportunities that you don't think you would be a good fit for when it comes to culture and your lifestyle. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial Thursday. It was a bit different, but I feel like this is something that if you really know how to utilize, you will get a big leg up on the competition and really be so far ahead of a lot of students that are really only thinking in the mindset of, I just need a job now and I don't care what it's like to work at that company. And recruiters can definitely tell the difference. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, you sign up at The Forge if you're not already signed up, because we release videos like this every single week. And thanks for watching. Have a great week.